You probably think a data center is nothing more than a giant warehouse filled with computers, a place where websites, apps, videos, and files are stored. It sounds like a simple business. Build a warehouse, install thousands of servers, rent out space, and make millions of dollars. But that's not how this business really works. In reality, a modern data center is one of the most expensive businesses on Earth to build and operate. Some facilities cost well over $1 billion before they generate their very first dollar of revenue. Once they're online, they consume enough electricity to power an entire city. Every second, millions of people depend on them without even realizing it. Every Google search, every Netflix movie, every ChatGPT conversation, every online payment, and every cloud backup passes through a data center somewhere in the world. Here's what surprises most people. The computers aren't the most expensive part. The building isn't either. The biggest challenge is keeping every system running every second of every day. If cooling fails or power is interrupted, millions of dollars can disappear in minutes. A single outage can affect banks, hospitals, airlines, and businesses across the world. That's why companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Meta invest billions into digital infrastructure that most people never even see. So how much does it really cost to own a data center? Where does all the money come from? And why are investors willing to spend billions on buildings with no customers walking through the front door? To answer that, we have to start before the first server is ever installed. Everything begins with a piece of land. At first glance, a data center looks like any other industrial warehouse. So why not build one wherever land is cheap? Because choosing the wrong location can turn $1 billion investment into a financial disaster. The first thing operators look for isn't cheap land. It's reliable electricity. A single large data center can consume hundreds of megawatts of power. That's enough electricity to supply an entire medium-sized city. If the local power grid can't deliver that energy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the project may never be approved. Electricity isn't just important, it's the largest ongoing operating expense. Saving just a few cents per kilowatt hour can reduce annual costs by millions of dollars. That's why many companies build data centers near hydroelectric dams, nuclear power plants, or regions with abundant renewable energy. Lower electricity costs directly improve long-term profitability. But power is only one part of the equation. The next challenge is internet connectivity. Every photo you upload, every online purchase you make, every movie you stream, and every AI request travels through high-speed fiber optic cables. If those cables are too far away, information takes longer to reach users. That delay is known as latency. For online gaming, financial trading, cloud computing, and artificial intelligence, even a fraction of a second can make a huge difference. That's why companies build data centers close to major internet exchange hubs, where thousands of networks connect together. Then comes another challenge that many people never think about: water. Thousands of servers generate an enormous amount of heat every second. Without constant cooling, temperatures rise quickly and expensive hardware can fail. Many facilities use millions of gallons of water every year to keep their systems cool. In regions where water is limited, this becomes both an environmental challenge and a financial challenge. And finally, weather matters too. Floods, earthquakes, hurricanes, and wildfires can all threaten critical infrastructure. That's why companies spend years studying geography, climate, and natural disaster risks before choosing the perfect location. Because in the data center business, success isn't determined by what people